You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 206, posted September 2019. Good cop, bad cop, handsome cop.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tony something or other. We are playing Dragonforge Associates. Our adventures, they're reunited. They're fighting tentacles. They're fighting lizard folk shockers. They are not falling into pits. They're making people fall into pits. That's the kind of heroes they are. Everything is going their way until a door opens and a halfling pokes her head out to find out what is going on. Who is this halfling? Is she friend or foe? Let's find out by playing Dungeons and Dragons. Introduced in the order
Tony's famous catchphrase
that I feel like. It's Sarah Barber. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm saying your name correctly, I think.
Yay, you are. I'm playing Rizwin, a dwarven cleric, who, she likes to hit things with hammers sometimes, and otherwise heal people.
Also here, it's Steve Lutz.
Hooray!
Said
Did you want something more out of me?
Also here.
Wait. Everybody
Wait, he's
wants
got
to know
more to
who I'm
his
playing.
turn.
Nah.
I'm playing Lestrin.
Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
Also here, it's Monty Ashley.
Hello, I am playing Melik, the Tiefling Wizard, and it is the middle of his turn.
Also here, it's Eric Ensign.
Hi, I am playing Flessa, the human rogue, who's very small. And I guess today I'm playing Acrid, too.
Yes. And some number of alsos. Also here, it's Jason Snell.
Hey, I am playing Peter Dragonforge. You've already heard from the Associates. Now here from the human paladin Bahamut lover who lives in his parents' basement and is leading this party, sort of, kind of.
There's just something about human paladin Bahamut lover that sounds like it's some kind of Craigslist posting, but we're not going to dwell on that.
I was thinking it was more like a pizza you could get at the local pizza place, the Bahamut lover.
Oh yeah,
pizza.
the Bahamut lover. It comes with, I don't know, like asparagus and
Yeah.
Extra Bahamut. It is
Yeah.
very expensive.
yes.
It's platinum
Probably
foil.
caviar.
So Melik, I believe we literally interrupted the middle of your turn for me to open a door and have someone poke their head out. Possibly just because it was the end of the episode, but possibly because it was the middle of your turn. How's it going?
Pretty good. I don't have anything else to do except to somehow hope I stop being electrified.
Yes, why don't you do that?
Because I rolled a 4.
All right. For the sake of moving things on, Peter, and who is still taking electrical damage? All of you?
All of
Hi.
us. Yep. I haven't
All
even
of them.
saved yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Peter, take your 5 electrical damage and try to save.
All right.
Sorry,
7
lightning. We haven't invented electricity.
17. I saved.
All right, you saved.
Yay.
Rizwin, take 5 more and then try to save.
Hold on. I can do
You can grant somebody a saving throw.
I can do divine metal and give somebody an extra saving throw at +4.
Oh, do that. Pick who you want to do that to, Rizwin or Melik.
I'm going to do Melik just because he's a little more fragile.
Thanks. I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 19.
All
That's
right,
good
so
leadership.
unfortunately, Rizwin, you did have to take 5 more before you rolled that.
That's okay, I did that.
But Melik
All
didn't.
right. So you have taken lightning damage. You have 1 unconscious lizard folk to do with as you need, and 2 super dead lizard folk in a pit.
To do with as we need.
Yeah.
Healing words all around.
Yeah.
He's not gonna
use
stop
all
you.
parts of the lizard folk.
Put him in that
Flessa and Acrid,
closet.
you are far across the pits, while Rizwin, Melik, and Peter stand on the other side. Who am I missing? Weren't there more of you before? Oh, Alestrin is even further back.
In the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
You may have to
And,
zoom out a bit to see me.
Yeah, you had to zoom out a little bit to see. And kind of in the middle of there's this platform between the pits is where the doors opened and a halfling poked her head out to look at what's going on.
Do I
with you all.
does Flessa recognize this halfling? I don't know if
I don't think
Flessa
so.
would recognize Enda to start with.
I don't think you do, Flessa.
All right.
I mean, you hang out with the rogue types, so there's a chance.
Sometimes. Yeah,
There's a
except they
lot of them,
rhyme.
though.
they
Waterdeep is
rhyme
not.
all the
Waterdeep is real
non-small.
up and coming, which is to say, like, there's a lot of rooks.
There's a
Yeah,
lot-
like 15.
It's very affordable.
'Cause
Very.
there were more before we
affordable.
got down here.
Yeah.
And I hate that rhyming stuff, so.
Mm.
I have pretty good diplomacy, so I'm going to ask, who are you?
That is diplomatic.
Yes,
So
me too. I have great
I've
diplomacy, so I
Never
also
even considered the straight up approach like
so
that. What a great
and,
idea.
And Peter says, "Yeah,
Does either of you want to roll diplomacy or just
I
proclaim?
did.
that-
I got an 11.
Do they
proclaim
have
that you
to? I mean,
it.
it seems
I
pretty clear.
got a 23."
Okay, so some yeah, I feel, Sarah, I feel like you embodied the 11. But somehow Peter is, yeah, who are you? Really,
No, it's it's almost like the patriarchy where Sarah asked the question, Rizwin asked the question, but behind is the big, tall, strong paladin who just smiles, and they're like, "I want to talk to that guy."
Oh, why are we bringing this into Undermountain? So
Humans,
It's everywhere,
let's hear it
man.
for
It's-
humans.
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Heroic effort.
Yeah. Peter pushes Rizwin the dwarf out of the way and says, "Excuse me, human coming through."
Fantasy hegemony. Yay.
Yeah. Enda Nates is the name. And this is your lucky day. I am looking to make a deal. How are you all? Nice to meet you.
Little shocked, honestly.
Yeah.
Been there. I know what it's like. She kind of turns and you see that kind of like all of the hair on one side of her head is just kind of like
Oh yeah.
standing out.
And
She
Peter
does
says,
look like she is kind of scuffed up. She's got some mud and some blood splashed on her. Looks like it's probably not her blood. But it looks like she's had a day or a couple days.
and Peter says,
Why don't you come over here and we can chat?
"All right."
I would like to take the time to cast healing on anybody who needs
Is
it.
she going to give us 5 minutes to stop everything and do
Can we-
that,
can we
though?
do that?
Sure.
And somebody needs to lay those boards out so that we can cross the pits.
I was just going to jump back.
Peter needs you to lay the boards out.
Acrid will do that for you.
Okay, good. Acrid is nice and
It's
strong.
so nice to have a helper.
Yeah.
Are you Acrid's boss?
Can I get an intern character too? Is that something I could do?
Well, think about it. Who's more
Steve, do you think
likely?
you've earned an intern character?
I think Lester needs a valet of some sort.
I can't wait to see how that works out.
All right. So Fles is going to try to jump back. She makes it.
Who wants a healing word?
And yeah, Acrid will lay out some planks.
Working on it.
I can lay on hands to help people heal too. But I guess we can heal if we're taking a short rest. Is that happening now? Are we
I guess so.
Yeah.
explicitly
It sounds
taking
like
a
it.
short rest while this is all going on?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Short
Give
rest.
me 5 minutes to sit here and heal, and then we'll talk to you.
Enda does not seem to be in any hurry. It looks like
Enda,
she
you
has
say?
been- Enda, yes, she introduced herself already.
did.
Weren't you paying
Okay.
attention?
No, I was not.
Oh, well, accurate, consistent. So,
Oh, Enda's the person we were looking
Yes.
for.
That's my brand promise. Oh, we get an action point too, right?
Yep.
Enda takes her time. She's filing her nails while you are taking your action point.
And
So, Enda,
and Peter walks over the thing and says,
how'd she end up here?
Oh,
Oof.
I feel like we're at the end of the adventure.
She's been hearing that since kindergarten.
Hey,
Um,
Peter
does
says,
somebody have a?
"Oh, go ahead, Monty."
If somebody has a bit of healing, they could toss me so I can
Yes.
do this in one.
Yeah, I
healing
can. I
thing.
can lay on hands. In fact, I can lay on
right.
hands and grant you.
yeah, he's right there.
Well, no, I can't. It won't help your hit points. I think that's
Well,
for Rizwin.
I gave you a healing word +1 plus your healing surge.
Oh, great. Thank you.
If anybody needs one, Acrid
Nice.
also can do inspiring word to help if you're going to use a healing surge.
So, Enda is just hanging out there. It looks like Flessa that she was also kind of holed up in a little closet here. She does have 2 colleagues with her, though one of them seems to be an ex-colleague.
So
And
it's
the other
another
one,
corpse closet.
yeah, there's a corpse on the ground, and there's like a dwarf sitting on the ground, rocking back and forth, and kind of groaning.
Oh,
Would he like some healing? Do you guys need healing?
Couldn't hurt. Basso has seen some things.
Let's see. Basso gets to take a healing surge and also +5.
All right.
and
He still does not look great. He seems to be kind of like, just moaning and rocking back and forth on the ground. His injuries may be more than physical. It's unclear. He does not look good. He seems to
Healing
be-
check.
so
Okay, healing check.
29.
You inspect him. He actually seems like he is. He seems, after your healing word and whatnot, not to be kind of visibly bleeding from anywhere. His wounds are mended. He doesn't have any broken bones or anything. But it's almost like he's like ill or something.
So
He has
seems to be
daddy
kinda-
issues.
I say to Enda,
He's
what
clutching his belly.
what happened to your guys?
Be careful. If he throws up, he might turn into snakes.
Oh,
Says Flessa.
Enda says that doesn't make any sense. Are you people okay? I know we've all seen some things out there.
Acrid is tying up Lefty over down here, just to get that done.
I'm gonna do what I can
I
to
see
make the
you
other
have,
guy comfortable.
You've also you've been acquainted with the locals.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
They're not nice.
This is going to seem strange, Peter says, turning on the charm, but we actually are down here looking for you.
Oh, so you're looking to sign on with Enda Yates, recovery experts.
No.
Well, I just so happens we have a lot of openings, and I run the kind of organization where you work hard, you will get paid, and you will do well.
Well, we were
And this is your lucky day.
we were
How
really
much-
more
how much did you-
process servers?
How
were
much
really
did you
more-
pay the urchins that you made test out the traps?
We were more
don't know
concerned-
what you're talking about, friend.
we're more concerned about we're trying to find Rutherford Urmbrusk, and we heard you were part of that party, and we're trying to get information because his family has paid us to look for him and bring him back or find his fate.
Oh, yeah, I know that name.
Well, when was the last time you saw him? What was the last you know of Rutherford?
Oh, I know all about him. It's been a while back. But my mind is pretty sharp. I think I know where he ended up, but
Where he
information
ended up?
I did not say that.
Can I interject and
Yeah. Please, she
Can-
says.
can somebody tie up left
I
chakra?
already
over
said
there?
Acrid's
just so
doing
that
it.
Acrid
Great.
already did it.
just checking.
All right.
Acrid's been
Acrid has
busy in
tied
the
up that
background.
The dwarf in the corner continues to rock back and forth,
What-
clutching his
Flessa's
belly.
looking at
What
him.
happened to
Um,
him? What's wrong with him?
I would be pleased to give you that information. It so happens that I think I have a monopoly on that information. I don't think anybody else knows what I know, and I think that's worth something.
What do you think it's worth?
Telling us what happened to your companion?
Yeah. Information has a price, friend.
Is it
What
worth
is that
us?
price?
Is it worth us saving your butt when your friend explodes into a giant pile of snakes?
Well, she decides to step out of the closet and close the door for now. Is anyone going to stay in the closet with the dwarf?
Nope.
I mean, I am technically next to the dwarf because I'm healing him.
Well, she's going to close the closet, so it's up to you whether to stay in the.
I
In the
block
closet.
the door from closing.
Oh, okay. Let me undo that change to the map. Look, I'm ready to get out of here as soon as you are. Here's the deal. I need some help. I have had a lot of openings in my organization, but we are this close to a big payday. We are just around the corner from a room. I've seen it before on my previous adventures. There's two statues. One of those statues, huge ruby eyes. I could not even guess how much they are worth. They are so big. And I think for some information, a little assistance would be appreciated. Maybe you could accompany me there. There can't be more than a dozen lizard folk left in this temple. I think that would be worth something to me, and I think what I know is worth something to you.
Did you get this idea for this job from a book cover?
Huh?
I've never read a book, so
all right.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
So
Monty
You
is
still haven't
currently
mentioned
looking
what
for
happened
his
to your
classic
Monty's
Dungeon
got
Master
that book
guide.
behind him.
Right there. I just can't.
I don't know what's on the classic Dungeon Master guide. I'm unfamiliar
From
with
the
this.
left, right there.
It's
Is
a
there
big statue with a thief
Ruby
coming
eyes?
down to it and big ruby eyes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really? Wow, that's great.
there he goes,
No
Monty.
idea.
He's going to bring it back.
Excellent.
This is worth it.
It turns out that's the player's handbook. This is the Dungeon Master's guide.
Oh, it's,
Okay.
it's in the player's handbook. All right.
All right.
So are you going to tell us what happened to your friend?
Tabasso over there? I do not know. Things have been tricky.
Tricky.
So probably, I don't know, probably caught something in swamp water.
Uh-oh.
How long has he been like this?
I don't know, about a day.
And he's been sitting here for a day, which means you've been sitting here for a day.
Yeah, probably about that.
So you got holed up by the lizard folk that we saved you from.
Yeah, well, I can't help but noticing they are all dead. I figured that would happen one way or another.
Yeah, so it seems like
I mean, they were here, you know, they were going to wander off on their own eventually. These doors are real good. She knocks on the door.
How much food did you have with you? Like, because that sounds really cool if you have enough food to just sit here and wait for guys to wander off.
Well, it's been a day, so yeah, I am pretty hungry, but, you know.
I'm going to look at the dead person.
If I give you a piece of jerky, will you,
Yes, I see
will
it
you
in the
tell us
corner.
about Rutherford Urmbrusk?
Natural 20. What did this person die of?
He seems to have this human knee breaker seems to have had his knees broken. Ironically, looks like he has been clubbed several times by a lizard.
Oh,
Says Enda. This is the thrilling dialogue people tune in for.
Excuse us for a moment, Enda. We need to confer among ourselves.
Yeah, go for it. She decides since Rizwin is not letting her close the closet that she'll chat with Basso. How you doing, buddy?
I'm
So
not
hold it
going
together.
to. I'm
This
not
is-
going to confer
these-
because I don't ever understand what people are talking about anyway.
These guys are going to be our ticket
too
out
much
of here.
watching.
You'll see. Hold it together. You'll get a payday from this. You'll finally get that. I forget what you wanted, like a pony or something. It's going to be okay.
Listen, do you want to warn your friend Rizwin about what you saw with the snake person again?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, I mean, I've said it a couple of times.
Since the other adventurers haven't listened to that podcast.
Actually, Acrid would probably be the one that would be much more likely.
You make Acrid do everything.
that. Yep. It wouldn't be a
Flessa
character
just
for
has a
Flessa,
seat and
Yeah. All right, Erica, let's hear your best Acrid voice. Go for it.
Okay. There was a dark elf woman, and she acted sick, vomited many, many times, and then exploded into a giant pile of snakes. We killed her, or the snakes, which were probably her.
Is there any vomit around this other guy?
The dwarf, Basso the dwarf, promptly vomits.
Right. I'm going to back up.
Is it his?
His vomit? Yeah, I feel like you have the chain of evidence there to suggest that it's his vomit.
Well, not necessarily. He might
Is
have been
it
holding
wriggling
somebody
yet?
else's vomit.
the provenance is very clear.
Yeah, he does not have like a crop like a bird.
You can't really
He's a
dust
dwarf.
for vomit, but
Yeah.
probably yes.
Flessa pipes up and says, "Yeah, she puked a lot, and then when the puke started to wriggle, that's when she turned into snakes."
Is the puke wriggling?
It seems like it's in a pre-wriggling stage. Why are we playing this?
Somebody who is magically inclined could perhaps perceive what is going on with this person and whether this is a magical state that we could maybe correct, or whether they are, I don't know. Malik,
Just
you want to
say.
take a look at this guy and see if there's something weird
sure.
magical happening here?
I will give it a look with my vast arcana skills and my wizard eyes. While I do that, are we going to go with this Enda or what? Have we thought about that? All right, arcana 24.
There does not seem to be anything arcane about his pre-existing medical condition.
All right.
I think this is just somebody who's suffered, I'm going to say, internal bleeding and maybe some light trauma to the brain.
All right.
I mean, I rolled a natural
So
20.
I've come up to join the folk over here on the walkway, and I would like to suggest to our team quietly that maybe we should put in for one of the eyes if we're going to be helping out here.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good to me.
Do we want to interrogate Lefty? We want to wake him up and see what he knows about
Yes.
this,
We
since
haven't
we went to all that trouble.
What questions do we have for him?
What's going on around here? Where is
Where are these
everything?
statues?
That
Where's
That's
Rutherford
not-
Urmbrusk?
Are there
we
there
have
traps
somebody
by the
who
statue?
knows
Who
where
put the
Rutherford
bomb in the bomb
Urmbrusk is.
shabomp bomb?
I want to emphasize, Enda is our quest goal.
Yes.
I don't want to get too off track here.
But if she's
That's
only going to
that's
tell
wizard
us,
talk.
if she's only going to tell us what she knows, if we help her with the statues, it wouldn't hurt to find out
Yeah.
about that room as much as we can.
All right, that's true.
You are free to do whatever
All right.
you want. This is an adventure we tell together, but sometimes things that you do are dumb.
Well,
Go.
let's Peter's gonna go wake
Sometimes.
up Lefty and see if he has any information about this the statues or the
All right. Lefty hisses.
And what else is going on here? I can intimidate him.
You could intimidate.
Does
You can
any-
also charm him. I don't know what you
I
want to do.
feel like diplomacy's probably out the window at this point with that guy.
Does anybody
Alright.
speak lizard folk?
Well,
Probably not.
we'll see if we
Well,
have a
most
common
of the
language.
lizard folk we've met have spoken common.
That's true.
so-
All right.
Yeah, I think that they seem to be fluent in both common and I think the lizard folk language. I think I probably was not consistent about this. I think they actually speak Draconic.
Oh,
which
okay.
Macrid would be
I
fluent.
rolled
19,
I rolled a 24 on my charm.
and I have 19 intimidate.
Oh, so you're playing? It's Rizwin and
Good
Peter.
cop,
Good
bad
cop,
cop.
bad
Good cop,
cop.
bad cop on Lefty.
Good cop, bad cop.
Awesome. Go get him, guys.
All right, Rizwin or Peter, who wants to go first in Good Cop, Bad Cop? I don't know what the Good Cop, Bad
Yeah.
Cop protocols are when
Typically
you're
it's
talking to a tied-up lizard folk.
Well, you will
Bad-
now
bad
see
cop always
a
goes
Rizwin's
perfect
going to go
example of
first,
it.
yes.
If you don't want to get dumped into a pit, you should tell us everything we want to know.
That's charm.
That was
twist.
good cop.
That's
Let's
a
hear
twist
bad
for
cop.
good cop.
Tell us where the statues are!
And scene. Good job, everybody.
You'll get nothing from me.
All
I
right.
am loyal to my chieftain. My
Throw him in
life
the
is
pit.
already forfeit.
We got this this closet full of corpses. Would you like us to put you on them?
No, not the corpses.
Well then, tell us
Would you
what's
like
going on around
us?
here, and
Yeah.
what's the deal with the statues?
I don't really know. They worship them.
Who
The
worships
shamans.
them? Shamans. How many?
Are they lizard people shamans, or is somebody else worshiping them?
We just call ourselves people.
People, all right, your people.
Yes.
Wait, that wasn't a yes/no question.
Your people
No.
were your
This is
people
our
shamans.
temple. This is our people. You are intruders and you are confusing.
That's us.
That's about right.
That sums it up.
Which of those two things do you find most off-putting?
Which cop is this?
Yeah.
It's a good cop,
Is
bad
it-
cop, handsome cop. Is that what's happening now?
No, pretty sure that's not me.
Finally, handsome
I don't
cop.
Hello.
Yeah, Lefty's like, oh,
Handsome cop. Tuesdays
oh, I
on
like
USA.
you. I'll tell you everything.
Characters welcome.
Enda, do you have any questions you want to ask this guy?
Oh god, do not trick me into having a conversation with myself. I see what you're doing there, Sarah. And I said, nah, I know what I'm doing. I got this place pretty figured out. I've been here before. Weren't as many lizard folk, but I know what's going on. I notice you probably need a way back to the surface after the whole rockfall, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
So what if I were, not only do I know where the last place your friend Rutherford Urmbrusk was seen, pretty sure I got a lead on a way out of this whole situation here.
Throw in one of the rubies and you got a deal.
Roll diplomacy.
There's
Okay.
only one of you, Flessa says, and there's
17?
Flessa starts counting her fingers. There's
Um,
some of us.
17. She seems to kind of hem and haw, and it says like, well, I would, but I got to think about my team. Basso explodes into a pile of snakes.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
God.
And Enda closes the door. One ruby it is!
There we go.
Great. I think that sounds good for everybody.
All right.
All right, and
Let's
I am
go.
not making you fight another snake swarm.
All right.
Phew.
So we say good luck to Lefty.
I would like to ask. Oh well, never mind. Never mind.
No, what do you want?
Well, I was going to ask him if there's anything we could do about this guy's about to turn into a pile of snakes. But maybe for the future, it's still useful.
You know what? It turns out there's an order to questions that may be important.
Do you know what just happened to that guy?
He's infected, or was infected.
With
Now he has been chosen for a greater purpose.
How do they get infected?
You have to know what water to drink from.
Okay.
Which is the bad water?
Also, change your socks regularly down here. It's very moist.
This guy's being really helpful now.
I really don't want to be put in that corpse closet.
That's fair.
Would you prefer the pit?
I was really hoping you would just walk away and leave me tied up here.
Okay. Let's do
I
that.
gotta say, I don't see a reason to kill him at this
No.
point.
No.
Shove it in the
I
oven.
don't either, he says.
Hey, we know of this great sandwich shop. You might be able to find work up there.
Oh, yes. If you want to just tuck a coupon under my chin here.
Absolutely. Here's a flyer. Try the sandwiches. They're great.
What's the name of the place?
It's Smurgle's Sandwich Shop. It's run by a bugbear, but there are a lot of kobolds on staff, and I think they would take a lizard person, too.
You
think
can
they're
trade
hiring? Stories with the 3 other people we've let live.
Well, they're always hiring.
They've been expanding.
Look, I gotta say, I don't love this place. It's there, we used to have like a nice peaceful tribe, but the new leadership, he made a deal with this like demon dragon, and it's just things have not gone well for the last couple months. And there's a portal.
Don't like that phrase construction. Demon dragon.
I don't like it either.
And there's a portal.
Oh yes, it connects us to the Great Swamp. It's supposed to be good for our skin, also.
Explains why everything's so swampy down here.
Indeed.
Is there good water and bad water in the swamp?
All of the water in the Great Swamp is, our people find it pleasing, but I think it is not safe for you.
I turn around a chair and sit on it backwards.
Yep.
Turn your hat around while you're at it.
Yep, it's wizard hat. Turn your wizard hat backward.
Say, now that we're rapping and we're good pals.
Yes, let us get real.
Is there anything you can tell it? This halfling, who's definitely not listening, wants us to go to these statues. Anything you can tell us about these statues?
Yes. I really appreciate that you are sparing my life. And again, I do not care for some of these people. I would rather seek better jobs. Also, I hear that you are from the surface?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our boss says that there is no surface, that each layer is simply a sewer beneath the previous one. Tell me,
that checks out.
Where is your land a sewer to someone else?
I mean, the
gods,
birds. I guess, but that's more metaphysical. Like, there's definitely no actual effluvia.
Oh, well, I'll have to think on that one.
Imagine a level of the sewer where there was no ceiling.
It does not comprehend, friend, but thank you.
You were going to say does not compute.
Once you've stood on the surface and eaten a sandwich, you will understand.
That is a way Homer, I think. Yes, you were asking about the statues.
Yeah.
He's at this point also like he's been kind of wriggling, and some of his bonds are kind of not really like they're still kind of draped around him, but he's kind of sitting cross-legged and he's got his arms crossed.
I'd be sure to
got his hand on his chin.
I'd be sure to kick all the shocker staffs are kicked down into the pit. By the way,
Wait, shouldn't we hang on to one of those? They might be useful.
Too late.
Yeah.
Come down and get him.
I'd be sure to kick all that special magical loot into the pit.
So what's your name?
I need a lizard folk name.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it was Lefty?
I thought he would call him Lefty.
Your name's Lefty now.
You've been given a new name, a surface
Lefty
name.
the Lizard Man, yeah.
I'm relatable cop. Actually, I'm not a cop at all. I'm like the negotiator, not a cop that's with the cops.
So, yes, my name is Luzasquak, but you could call me Lefty because it might be easier for your
I prefer
surface name.
Nice to meet you, Luzasquak. I am Melik.
Hi, Lefty. I'm Flessa.
I'm Enda. I don't really understand where we're going with all this.
Just if you could tell us about the statues, like cursed, or like don't use certain words near them, or they are not statues, they are secretly going to kill you, that sort of thing.
Or traps.
I am unfamiliar with any of these things about them. There are 2 statues. One of them has ruby eyes. The other one doesn't.
All right. Thanks.
There are 2 eyes that are rubies on the one that has the eyes.
Great.
There's a statue with no eyes?
Have you ever seen it move on its own?
No.
Well, follow us and you probably will.
Yeah. It's coming. It's definitely coming.
Oh, this will be helpful. I should mention the chamber, the statues, where the statues are. I shouldn't tell you this, but you have been so kind. It is also, it is the dwelling lair of our tribe's champion. I shouldn't say any more. I have said so much already. I really appreciate you sparing my life. And the job offer. Can I use your names when I inquire at Melik?
Yes, you should.
Oh, absolutely.
Not Melik's.
Smurgles.
Sorry, so many names. You are Peter, and you are...
Didn't introduce myself, but yes.
Rizwin, and you are Enda. I remember that. We have been trying to kill you for about a day. Enda kind of glares at him. Yes. So many names.
And here's an extra coupon for a sandwich.
He takes it and puts it in his pocket.
Okay. And who's your champion?
He's just called the champion. I mean, he has a name in lizard folk, but it wouldn't really mean anything to you.
And is he a lizard folk?
Oh no, he is. I'm not sure if it translates exactly to crocodile or alligator in your language, but he is a large beast.
Is he very large?
Oh yes,
Okay.
How large
Yeah,
is
well-
he?
very large.
Enda, did you know about this big crocodile champion?
This is news to me, but nothing you folks can't handle. And I will be proud to direct you where to go from the back.
Mm.
That's not going to
I
work
mentioned
here
that I was
because-
going to tell you how to get out of here, didn't I?
Yeah, but being in the back is a thing that we already fight over it, so there's just really no more space.
Hey, I'll help out. I'm a rogue. I am quite deadly. She does some little hand juggling thing with some daggers.
She juggles
Somebody-
hands? That is deadly.
No.
Can I
she-
can I snag one of the daggers out of the air as she's doing this?
Roll a contested acrobatics check. She is going to roll acrobatics. You
Oh,
are going to
boy.
roll acrobatics.
Oh, dear.
Let's see what happens. What'd you get?
20.
Carry the 5.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. 25? You snatch it. Say, hey, give that back. That's mine.
Yeah, well, you were just showing off, and I felt like that was a little bit rude. So
Look,
I will
I'm
give your
sorry.
dagger back
I just
you
spent
want.
like the last day of my life in a closet with a corpse and a pre-corpse. It's,
Speaking of which, is she still in the closet?
no, she came out
the,
and shut the door.
closet is firmly closed, though there is the sound of hissing coming from the door.
I just don't see her character on the map.
Hey, Lefty.
I may have accidentally covered her with snakes.
Snakes! Hey, Lefty. Before we go, where'd all these bodies come from?
I think they're with your new friend there.
Hmm.
You notice that Enda is rifling through their pockets. Oh yeah, these are my former employees. Like I said, lots of openings today.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys are way better. These guys were real scum. Just bottom of the barrel. The worst Waterdeep had to offer. Practically doing them a favor, getting them off the streets, bringing them down here. Give them a shot. They had a chance. They could have proved their worth, and they were found wanting. So, not like
What
you guys.
did they want?
I assume you've already stripped the bodies.
Yep, as she strips the bodies. I like the way you think, friend.
Peter walks over to Enda and says, "Listen, Enda, you've obviously had a bad time down here and lost most of your people. I know you really want to get those rubies, but maybe the best thing is for us to work together to get you out of here, and then you can tell us where Rutherford is, and you can come up with a new group of people. Maybe that would be better than you and a random group of adventurers trying to pull off this heist. What do you think?"
Well, I appreciate the kind advice that I did not solicit.
That's a 26 diplomacy.
I appreciate your words, but here's the thing. You and I both know, when we get back up to the surface, my reputation doesn't exactly look so great if I don't return with one or more rubies. I brought like 35 guys down here, and as far as I can
And a
tell,
bunch of urchins.
they're basically all dead. That doesn't look good on me. It's basically either a one-way ticket or a return ticket with a ruby is the way I'm thinking.
Okay,
That makes sense
tell
to
you
you?
what. Tell you what. You know the way out.
I do know the
We
way
need
out.
the way
I
out.
80% confidence know the way out.
All right. My concern is about if this goes south and we lose track of you, we're not going to know your information about Rutherford. So how about you tell us your information now? We agree to help you with the heist, and then in exchange at the end, you help lead us out. Would that work for you?
Spell this out for me again. So I tell you.
Tell us Rutherford's information now, and then we'll help you, and then you'll lead us out. And so you give a little, we give a little, and then you give a little at the end.
All right. And how many rubies is this in exchange for?
1.
1 ruby. All right. So here's the deal. Let me just make sure I got this correct. Again, it's been a day. As soon as we sign on this deal here, we're going to have to do the thieves' camp thing. Sorry, I know it's annoying, but, it's part of business. I'm going to tell you what I know about Rutherford. You're gonna help me with the heist. I'm gonna help you get out. And we're clear. We split the rubies, 50-50.
Yeah, and you can take credit for being successful.
All right. She spits on both her hands and then kind of rubs them on her greasy, bloodstained jacket and holds one out and says, "On my honor as a thief, I make this deal to find the rubies that we will steal and to provide you a way out with all my powers as a scout."
I throw her in the pit.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Just was not paying attention.
I always get the order of things wrong.
What
right.
about Rutherford? I didn't
shake-
hear that in your rhyme.
Yeah.
What about Rutherford?
I didn't
hear
have that
in your
prepped
rhyme.
in the rhyme, okay, people?
There's lots of things you can rhyme with Ferd.
I'll tell you what I know, and then we can go.
All right, I
need
shake
one.
her hand.
All right, Peter, you have to say one rhyming thing because otherwise it's not an official thieves can't business transaction. Sorry. Plus it knows this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you at your word. To not do so would be absurd. We will help you with this heist, and you promise to be nice.
I'll allow it.
Also, don't be a turd.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any thieves can't they want to add here?
I have a question about the
Yeah.
people you were with. They were so bad they could have been the Sith. We were told they were the best thieves in all of the city. Now that they're all dead, is a life of crime real bad?
The fool I pity.
So yeah, I mean, some of the people had to hire. Look,
And so you do.
you had to fill in a group. You don't always get to. You don't get to. You go to adventure with the adventures you have, not the adventures you want. I always say. All right, deal's a deal. Let me tell you about Rutherford. So what do you know already? I'll fill in the missing details.
Most of the time, we remember his name.
We tell
We know
her
you
all
came
the things
down
we
here
know.
with various peoples. Looking
So
for
you know
Rutherford's-
about Czar, and you know how we got split up. Czar and Azel, they went off on their own. That's when things looked kind of real bad. And we detoured through the tombs, and we got split up more there. So, and then here's what you probably remember. You know, the last any of the other adventurers saw that were still with Rutherford, we were camped out by this sigil, and I think you know the location of this sigil from the previous adventure. I think.
Right, I think that's
Diane's
right. By the
Yeah.
tombs,
Yep.
yeah.
You've got it marked on a map, right? You pull this map out and
Sure.
show. Yeah, we were camped out there for like a week. Rutherford, he was obsessed with this thing. He said it was talking to him. So we spent like a week there, and I will tell you, it's, first, pretty dull. Nothing really happened. People got bored. Some people wandered off, came back, a day later. But I stayed there the whole time. And Rutherford, he was obsessed with this thing. He did not sleep. He just kept staring at it and trying to talk to it sometimes. And he said it was like it was talking to him, and he was talking back. Real weird stuff. I think we can all agree. Probably
I agree.
something bad happened to that kid. Seemed like a nice guy, came from a good family, but money can't buy you sanity. That's what I always say. So here's what happened. I was awake one night. I think it was night. Things get a little mixed up when you're in Undermountain for more than a week. And I heard him talking to the sigil. And specifically, he started talking in Elven. And he spoke to the sigil a command word.
I speak
and
Elven.
I believe that the sigil opened up and he walked into it. And she repeats some words in Elven to you, Alestrin. Alestrin, it is the Elven words for "show me sanctuary."
Interesting.
So somehow he knew that was the way to activate some portal. Who knows how long that's been there? Who knows what that has to do with anything? But yeah, that's the last he was seen. I was the only one still awake when that happened. So yeah, good luck finding that kid. Probably super dead, but you'll probably find something useful to identify his remains, right? Right.
So we
What
know.
we got to do is find sanctuary.
So this
I think it
sigil,
was
we know where
"show
that
me
is.
sanctuary."
Run, runner.
I believe you had previously from your last adventure. There was that you had been given information from the guy. Squam was melded into a suit of armor that was draining his life. Is that right?
Yep.
And
the
he
man
had
in the
told you-
ding dong, the filling in the ding dong. Yep.
he had given you the location, so you have that marked on a map.
Yep.
So you have the location, and now you know what happened there. And you can
And now I know the magic words.
If you can get out of this horrible lizard temple, you could go act upon that.
All right, let's go do the thing. Let's steal some jewels.
Great.
Let's
that sounds fun.
Steal some jewels.
Sure.
What do you? Is Lefty free to wander off?
Yeah, let's let him go.
Yeah.
No offense, but if we met in Waterdeep,
Go to
that
the
wouldn't be
surface.
bad. But I don't really want to meet you in Undermountain again.
No, that's fine. We'll see you at the
We'll
sandwich
see you
shop.
at
Likewise.
Smirgles.
Listen,
All right.
if you do see us, yell out the name Lefty right away so we know it's you.
Thanks. Lefty wanders off.
All right,
Bye.
I'm gonna miss him.
I'm not. Hey, can we reach any of these staffs that we knocked down into the pit?
No.
I've got rope.
We got rope. Yeah,
I can
come
climb
on, man.
down.
They're only 15 feet down.
Oh, hang on. I
Wizard.
got this.
Mage hand.
What are these staffs, Tony?
These are lizard folk shock staffs.
I use Mage Hand to pick one up out of the pit and bring it up to the surface.
Okay. So they are not necessarily magical items so much as items that were used as implements by these lizard folk wizards who seem to be trained in various lightning-based magic.
So it's
So
a
there's not-
stick.
Well, I mean,
It's
a
an
stick.
arcane stick, much
Yeah,
like
it's
my
a
orb,
stick.
which have I told you about how great my orb is?
Yeah, it is a stick capable of harnessing the forces of
Thousands of
lightning
times.
and
All right.
blood and life and birds and the wind itself,
So it's
Stephen
not.
Lutz.
So it's not a laser beam then.
Nah, it's a magic stick.
No,
All
it's a
right.
stick.
We
a
got
stick.
plenty of these upstairs.
Okay. Well, let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of
All
here.
right, Enda points the way to the east.
I am keeping this stick, though.
Are you going to name it Mr. Sticky Buddy?
Not now.
Oh.
That would seem derivative.
And do you know what's to the west?
I suspect there is more lizard folk. You looking for more trouble?
No.
All right, let us go to the east then.
Although that lefty guy seemed kind of nice in the end.
Yeah, but that was only after you almost killed him.
Well, we can do that again.
We could almost kill a whole bunch of other people. We do it all the time. Actually, no, we don't do it all the time. We usually fully kill people.
Well, we almost killed them, and then we do kill them. So
Yeah.
That's
Usually
true.
the last person in the room we're okay with.
Sometimes.
You know, I appreciate the way you guys do business. Anyway, rubies await.
Okay.
Sure, let's go do this.
Does anybody want any healing before we enter the door?
I'm good.
I'm gonna.
Acrid can also heal. If
Yeah, I'm
necessary.
okay. I'm only 5 down, so I'm gonna stay like this.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So Enda goes up to the door. She is a well-trained rogue, so she listens at the door. She feels around on the hinges. She checks it for traps, and then she picks the lock, and the big iron doors swing open.
I applaud politely.
Shh. We're in enemy territory. Get ready. And she leads the way down a hallway that kind of angles to the northeast. I guess Enda's leading the way, and you all are following.
Yeah,
Sure.
sounds about
Sure.
right.
All right.
I'm investigating this mushroom over here.
All right.
Just because why not?
Yeah. Roll nature.
24.
It's a very large mushroom to be just growing in the dungeon. You suspect that the damp air is just I mean, it's natural, but it is unusually moist and a huge mushroom to just be growing there.
This is liquid. I'm going to stay
yeah.
away from this.
Yeah, I mean, the mushroom itself is not bad. It does not have spores. It's not poisonous. If you wanted, it could be edible, but it would not taste very good.
I bet the water it uses turns me into snakes.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm going to keep going.
All right. So, at the end of this kind of angled hallway, there's kind of a metal gate, and Enda kind of has you all kind of cluster behind her, and she whispers quietly to you, "Okay, I've been this way before. It was a while back, so I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the chieftain's quarters, which is going to be near the statues. So we got to be real quiet. We gotta be careful. There's kind of plaza ahead with like a T intersection. So get ready. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get this gate open and then we rush them. Sound good?
Okay.
Who
I can
explain
be- I
this
can be-
chieftain?
I can be very quiet.
Well, he's the
It's a giant crocodile or something.
No. That's the champion.
Oh,
Gotta pay attention with those lizards.
Chieftain, champion.
See, I was paying attention to Lefty. There's also a chieftain. So,
Okay.
biggest lizard folk you've ever seen. We're not gonna mess with him, and unless maybe we should mess with him. We could teach him a lesson. Kill 30 of my guys. I kill him. Maybe that would.
the chieftain is the one involved with the demon dragon.
That's what Lefty was saying.
Are they in
Super.
separate rooms?
I believe so.
Maybe we should take out.
They're not getting along right now.
Well, they're adjoining rooms.
We could take out one before, so the other can't join.
Let me tell you, my priority is the rubies, and that
Yeah.
means we gotta cut a path between the champion and the rubies to get those rubies, because I want those rubies.
I'll tell you right now, this group is not very sneaky.
I'm not
Well,
thirsty,
it's just-
it's true.
I resent that.
I'm gonna open this.
Except for him.
That's why everyone
I-
thinks you're a rogue.
That's right.
You just have you have roguish good looks, friend. So I mean, here's what I'm offering. I'm
That's
gonna
a
open.
horrible
I'm
lie.
thinking we get this gate open and we go in there and we deal with whoever is in that chamber. There's kind of like a plaza, maybe a foyer or a foyer or a
really-
vestibule, if you will.
We're really good at
I
dealing
will.
with people. Mm-hmm.
And
I won't.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the room with the statues, straight shot. Keep going north. Don't stop till Ruby Town. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I like Ruby Town.
All right, let's mess some people up.
All
I
right,
prefer Python personally.
nerd.
Peter is torn.
so-
Peter is
Dang.
torn between having promised this for a greater good and also crime. So
is this more crime than just the nature of adventuring in general?
probably not.
Okay.
We are gonna be like desecrating a temple or something.
You are already well into the temple desecration phase, just so we're clear.
Mhm.
But it's
Just
the
reminding
temple
our
of people we
paladin.
don't like who tried to attack us. So
Yeah.
it's,
Also, technically breaking and entering and murder and all that.
Yeah. Like so many murders.
They
So-
shot at me first.
It's a lot of self-defense.
Yeah. Enda sneaks up to this gate here,
Forced self-defense.
repeatedly for self-defense.
I'm just saying. So I'll just point this out. Peter shook her hand.
Mhm.
Other people who are maybe more morally flexible could realize that having extracted the information about Rutherford, we could also like knock out Enda and try to get out ourselves.
She knows the way out, though.
I know
right?
she does. That's her deal. So I'm just saying that Peter shook her hand, so Peter's going along.
Well,
All
I
right.
will murmur to the rest of the group while Enda is looking at the door or something. I do still have a teleport ring that can get one of us out of here immediately.
Or possibly her.
I mean,
I think the person using the ring has to be like willing to do that.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
I don't want to go anywhere by
Adventure.
myself.
yeah,
Shiny.
let's,
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
it's fine.
sticking by Peter.
Mhm.
I do kind of want a giant ruby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I got nothing else going on.
It's gonna look
right now,
great
so-
on the wall in my dad's basement.
Yeah.
Says Peter.
So there's a metal gate here, so you can kind of see ahead of it. And in fact, I'll just reveal a little bit more. It's kind of dark beyond, but you can see some lizard folk shapes kind of shuffling around in the darkness ahead. So, you may not have complete vision on some of the stuff, but I'm revealing what you can see here. It looks like there's a pool and some kind of crude statue and some lizard folk wandering around in the kind of murky shadows beyond. This area of the temple seems to have some structural issues. There's some places where like columns have collapsed and there's like a hole in the floor. And Enda does a quick thievery check. And she gets the gate open. So the gate is ajar and she is ready for you to rush into the next room. She gives you kind of a hand signal, 3, 2, 1, and then does like
Wait a minute. Are we
gesture.
going on 0 or on 1?
Alestian takes a -2 penalty to his initiative.
I'm waiting for Enda's lead.
All right, why don't you all roll initiative?
All right.
All right.
Don't forget the +2 for Macrid.
Oh,
Oh.
then it's a
Yep.
25.
I did forget that.
Does Enda get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that she does.
Peter showing his amazing speed and athletics.
All right.
That's our Peter.
Does everyone have their initiative in?
Yep.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I got mine and Acrid's.
All right.
Oh, we tied.
Enda and Flessa tied.
Mhm.
Flessa, roll off.
All right. What am I just
Enda
rolling?
got a 16.
Is this just a straight D20?
Yeah, just do a straight d20.
I rolled a 20.
All right, you get to go first.
Of course, Flessa doesn't like going first.
So, just to set the stage, you can
Yeah.
kind of see through the, it's not very well lit, but there's kind of a passageway beyond this metal gate. You see a big gaping hole in the ground to your right, so don't fall in that. And you see several kind of big lizard folk, kind of with shields and clubs, kind of hanging out around there. It looks like there's some kind of crude pool built into the floor of the hallway beyond, and in the middle of that pool is a kind of a weird stone and mud statue of a large lizard folk.
All right.
And they're just kind of milling around in there. So right now you would have combat advantage on them.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I wasn't told to kill anybody. The last thing Flessa heard was Enda said we just gotta keep going until Ruby Town. I believe those are the words. So what
Words to live by.
What Fless is going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6. So that's a move. And then she's just going to tumble. 1, 2.
Old references
3.
lost on younger viewers.
Won't you take me to
Ruby
Ruby Town? Flessa tumbles through Ruby Town.
3, 4. Over to here.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
I was going to go with kill a lizard, but that works.
So you just tumbled past all the lizards?
Yep.
Let me ask you a question. What path did you take to get to that spot? Because I noticed a lot of rubble and
Okay.
pool in between you and where you ended up.
Okay, so the plan, and you can tell me if this is legit or not, was to basically go straight up to that point, tumble around. Well, actually, can I tumble through his square?
I don't believe you can, unless it says specifically that you could move through.
You
And
dodge
use
and tumble
squares.
past your foes with such speed and precision that they are unable to react.
But I don't think you can move through their squares. Usually you'd have to be like doing something magical to phase through people.
All right, then in that case, can I go around? Can I tumble around this corner? Oh, that's difficult terrain. Never mind.
Yeah, I'd say no.
You know
Right,
what you
then
can tumble
through the
through is
pool.
a square with a corpse in it.
That is true. So yeah, I would from there.
My floor routine is horrible.
Actually, I don't trust pools, so I'm going to roll an
But well padded.
athletics check to see if I can just tumble right over it, like just
All right.
hop over the pool. Nope. Wait, how many do I have to get? It's less this time because this is only 2 squares.
I think 10.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, then no problem.
Okay, so you run into the room and then do like kind of like basically turn into like Sonic the Hedgehog and roll / spin / jump over the pool of water in a tumble and land on the other side.
Yep.
Yep. I will tell you now that you have moved further into the room. Flessa, you can see a lot more. Other people can't see this yet, but you can see there appears to be a large turtle over to the right side of this room,
Sure.
with a lizard folk standing on its back. It also
Turtle.
looks like there is a door on the eastern end of this kind of T-shaped chamber.
And
So
there's
you
nothing
did
else.
2 moves to get there, Flessa?
Yes, I did.
Do you want to do an action point or anything?
Nope.
All right.
Just gonna.
Enda is next. What will Enda do?
And I do point and yell, "Turtle!"
You hear Flessa yell turtle. Presumably there is a regular-sized turtle somewhere up above. Enda moves into the
She
room.
might have just thought of a turtle.
Yes.
She gives thanks to live
Possible.
in a world where turtles exist.
I will tell you that, Enda, despite all of her failings, is a natural leader. She has an aura 2. Allies in that aura gain a +2 power bonus to saving throws. That's good to know.
Or a 2, so only 2 squares away.
Yeah.
Ah.
So She moves into the room and throws a dagger at the head of the nearest lizard folk brawler there. She got a 19, which is enough to hit. If somebody else wants to roll Enda, that's fine, but I'm going to roll damage for her for now. Certainly she would be happy to follow directions in combat. She is going to do... she's going to do 10 damage to that brawler. Alestrin, you're next, followed by Rizwin.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, I'm just going to pass through my group of cohorts here. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Till I can see the brawler that Enda just took a shot at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to send 2 arrows his way. First, I'm going to make him my quarry. Then I'm going to send 2 arrows his way. That is a 17 versus AC.
That will not... Oh, no. That will hit. That is his AC.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, that will do 12 damage.
All right. He is...
With the quarry damage.
He growls back at you.
Those of you listening at home were wondering.
Yes. I'm sure they were.
Mm-hmm. And second arrow, same guy. 19 versus AC, 11 damage.
Wow. Not great for this one brawler.
Nope. Still not bloodied?
No.
Oh, well, that means these guys are fairly tough.
They are. They've got the word brawl in their name, so.
Right. Well, I'm going to call it a day for my turn here, so.
All right. Rizwin.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to move forward to here. And then I'm going to, what is my I'm going to sacred word that.
Sacred Flame?
Sacred Flame. There we go. That's what I want.
Okay.
Sacred Flame. 1d, see. 1d20 plus 7 against reflex, 17 versus reflex.
Yep, that's plenty. That nails his reflex. He is kind of big and lumbering and not very quick on feet.
And damage is 1d6 plus 4. So 7 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast, yes, I'm going to cast Favor of the Gods on Flessa. So Flessa, you can re-roll things.
Hurrah!
Melik.
Yes, I will move 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. And targeting right here, the square, I am going to cast Sleep. Sleep!
On all of my guys?
Well, burst 2, so all those guys over there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The close guy, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
But those 3 over there, it does.
Technically 4.
Oh, right. And the turtle. I forgot about the turtle.
Please don't forget about my giant turtle.
All right, so that's
show off.
This will be versus Will.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a daily, so stuff happens even if I miss. But just going...
I will tell you that conveniently, I did not plan this, but all of those creatures have the same will.
All right. Am I making just one roll or separate for each of them?
Separate for each of them. So there's 2 brawlers, a rider, and a turtle.
That's the first brawler who's up on top, then the one next to the pool, 25, then the rider, 14, and the turtle, 13.
The only creature that does not fall asleep, I assume that's what sleep does, is the turtle. The giant turtle is fine. The 3 other lizard folk are affected by sleep. Tell me what sleep does.
Hit. The target is slowed. Save ends. On first failed saving throw, they go unconscious.
Oh, okay. I was like, shouldn't that spell be called slow then?
Right now they are slow. They're
now they're sleepy.
They're sleepy.
And they can either
what were we doing?
They'll either shake it off or fall asleep.
Ironically, that's kind of how the turtle sounds anyway.
No, I am so tired. And the one that I did not hit is slowed, save ends, but does not fall asleep if he fails a saving throw. So they're all slowed. They all have to make saving throws, and 3 of them will fall asleep if they fail.
Isn't slowing a turtle kind of redundant?
Maybe it speeds him up. Wraps around.
Oh, no.
No, he's still.
Well, let's find out.
He's stilled.
That's all I do. Done.
All right.
It's pretty good.
So, let me just add the turtle and the rider to the order because they were not visible to you yet. So I believe the brawlers are next. So, this brawler up here, I'll start with the one north of the pool. He is going to lumber over here.
Slowly.
And he only moves 2 because that's the best he can do.
That's all you need.
While slowed, and he is going to start off with he's going to do a feral grab on Flessa.
I don't like the sound of
So
that.
basically, this giant hulking lizard creature with a club, Flessa, he is just going to try and put you in a bear hug. Except, lizard hug. This is versus reflex, so he may not have a very good chance of getting this. 19 versus reflex.
Nope.
Wow.
Flessa
Okay.
is wriggly.
So, that having failed, that was a minor action. So he goes in for the hug, and you duck, and so he's like,
And now it's really awkward.
Yeah,
yeah, now it's
totally.
really awkward, so he's going to try and hit you with a club.
Oh, wow.
That is 26 versus AC.
Yeah, that one will hit.
You get walloped in the side of the head for 18 damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys are
Sorry,
are
I
not
didn't realize
messing
how
around.
brawny these guys were. I had to try to disrupt
It's
that.
in the name.
Oh,
Wow.
it is, isn't it? Well, bra is anyway.
Brawl. Yeah. All right. So, Rizwin, good news.
Hey, about that guy that was just going, he should save
Good
to
boy.
Oh yeah.
either stop being slowed or fall unconscious.
He succeeded, so that means he is
He's
not
fine.
slowed. He's fine forever. Well,
Yep.
I mean, forever from this status.
Until we murder him.
Yeah.
Yes. Rizwin, a giant lizard man, runs up to you and tries to put you in a feral grab.
Great.
This targets reflex. I got a 19 again versus reflex.
That'll definitely catch me in a grab.
All right, you are grabbed. He is going to. This does a bunch of damage, so you will take.
No.
You will take 14 and 5 is 19 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Mhm.
It gets worse, unfortunately.
Oh no.
So he's grabbing you. He's then going to try and squeeze.
Does my dwarven resilience help with this?
Big ol' hug.
What does Dwarven Resilience do? I suspect it's poison related.
Nah, it's just I can use my second wind.
Oh. So he rolled a 22 versus Fortitude.
22 versus fortitude. Yeah, no.
Oh, you do not feel good as a giant, hulking, smelly lizard man is squeezing you. You are going to take 18 more damage as he's just kind of like squeezing all the wind out of you.
Cool. I have 2 hit points left.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
all
he
right.
did
Good
18
thing you're a
damage.
cleric.
Yeah.
And you know what? Well, this guy's slowed. What can he do?
That guy isn't slowed. But
No. The
Yeah.
the third one who did not have anyone near him.
And doesn't that guy roll to fall asleep now?
he has
Yeah.
his action, then he saves at the end of the turn.
This
No.
guy's gonna lumber forward. I
But
guess
what about
he'll
the guy who just squeezed Rizwin? Isn't he?
He was not affected by
Oh,
my
he
spell.
wasn't affected by it. Okay.
No. This guy, all he can do, I guess, is get up to Enda and then
His
roll
speed
a
is
d20.
2, so I'm
Yeah,
not...
Yeah,
he can't go that far.
He took
He was-
2 move actions,
Oh.
Oh.
right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So he gets there. He shakes off the sleepiness. All right, Acrid.
Oh boy. And there's that stupid pit. So Acrid can't actually get.
I think the pit's great.
Mm-mm.
When I was
Yeah.
building this room, I was like, you know what this room could use is like a nice conversation pit.
I hope
And then I was like, you know what would be more deadly than a conversation pit? Regular pit.
I hope the champion doesn't climb out of the pit.
I think that you think the champion is to the north. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
Ruby Town.
I don't think he's going to be needed based on the way things are going so far.
Nope.
All right. Acrid is going to first inspiring word for Rizwin.
Thank you.
And let's see, that's you get to add 2 to your hit points.
Okay. That
your
allows
surge.
me to use a healing surge too, right?
Yes, correct. So surge +2.
Great. Surge +2 is going to give me +11, so I now have 13 hit points.
Yay. And then I think probably a commander's strike and tell Enda to attack the brawler that's already been hit.
The brawler that's already been hit.
Yes, with a melee basic.
So let's see.
Since Acker can't get close enough to attack herself.
Do you want to roll for me 2d4 plus 4 damage, Lessa?
Sure.
That's her generic dagger attack.
11.
All right. That brawler is bloodied. All right. So just to paint the picture, two brawlers are kind of holding the front line here with Enda and Rizwin up at the front. Melik and Akrid are hanging out right behind them. Flessa is way off across the room fighting another brawler. We have not yet seen the turtle and its rider do anything. Peter Dragonforge, you are next. You are unfortunately kind of way behind the line of battle. You're so far back, you're next to Alestrin. And there's not a lot of space for you to maneuver.
That's pretty far back.
Peter, what will you do?
So, do we know what happened with the rider and the turtle, and if the rider fell asleep?
We don't know yet. They have not had a turn. They're going to go after you.
Oh, they go after me. Okay.
Unless you want to wait until let's see what they do.
So let me ask this. Is there no space for me? I actually can't get up to the front and fight because of the way it's working?
You know, when you let Enda go first, you may have, it's a small hallway.
Also, is Melik currently standing on top of Enda?
No.
No.
Oh, she's in front of him. Okay.
Yes.
Nope, sorry,
Yeah.
Melik. I was just moving things around to see
Yeah.
stuff. It's the nameplates make it tricky because the nameplates hang into the square below it.
So I have nowhere I can go.
Well, you can chuck a javelin through there and mark that guy.
Yeah.
Just don't hit me.
One of your
Please.
trademark javelins.
Maybe the guy that's holding Rizwin so he can't continue to crush her without taking some damage.
That'd be great.
Jason is always so sad when he has to throw a javelin.
I know.
It's
like
not.
ruins
It's
his day.
depressing. It's not good, people. All right. I'm gonna throw a javelin
Yes!
at
I
the
love
guy
javelins.
who is crushing Rizwin.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Please don't hit me.
He's a lot bigger than you are, Rizwan.
It's a critical fail, so I did not hit anything.
Your javelin almost hits Lestrin's foot.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Nice job.
All right. And can you do anything else magical? You're a paladin still, just to let you know.
Yeah, but what I can do is so limited. I'm going to use my heroic effort and re-roll.
That's not what heroic effort does.
Nope.
Oh, you're right. It just adds 4. Well, that's not going to help. I'm done.
You could use an action point, but probably you don't want to use an
No,
action
Can you
point.
get
I
close
don't.
enough to...
I'm going to just say somebody's got to get out of the way so I can.
Can you
I
get
can
close enough to
fight
Rizwin
here.
to lay on hands?
I could.
I would say no, because of the...
Oh, because she's being hugged.
And also there's a giant
I
crevasse.
can't.
looks
I
like
can't
there's
like
a
stand
lot
right
of
in the
edge to
corner
that
and,
pit.
and yeah, that's a pretty edgy square there for me to just like come up and tap her on the shoulder.
How
and grant her a
edgy
healing
is it?
touch.
I would say it's like 72% edge and 28% pit.
Can I reach up and just tap her and give her a healing surge?
You know what? I'm going to make you roll something to do that so that you don't fall in the pit.
Oh, boy.
How's that?
But
Okay.
he can.
What is your ability that you would like to apply to the situation where you stand on the edge of on a precipice on a square that is not a full square, but that we agree is more than 50% a square?
Am I blind?
And
Diplomacy.
Square right below me. That's empty, right?
Akrid's in that
there.
square. Can you not see Akrid?
I cannot. I'm gonna
Load.
reload.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, I think canonically, crevices do not work on the same properties as like a dollar bill, like where it's 50% of the crevice or something. So I'm going to say, Peter, that seems like a dangerous position to be in. I'm going to ask you to roll something. And here's, if you're really successful, no problem. If you fail by a little bit, you decide that space is not safe for you to occupy and you don't make it into that fit space. If you fail by a lot, you might fall. How's that?
Okay.
What are you going to roll?
Or just roll a d20.
Nah, what kind of skill are you going to apply to it? Is it acrobatics? Is it dungeoneering?
Let's say dungeoneering.
All right. I will not ask you for an explanation of that because of time.
I'm in a dungeon.
I'm in
That
a
does
dungeon.
make
I know where to
sense.
stand, and I rolled an 8.
And he's wearing an earring, so it's perfect.
You rolled an 8 total.
8 total.
I am going to allow you to do this.
Okay.
So, because greater pain will be visited on you later.
Okay. I tap. Even though she's being held by the brawler, I reach out and give a quick tap to Rizwin, and she gets. I'm going to take a healing surge. She gets her to take her healing surge value. Because I'm being helpful, and Tony's covered up his face with paper again.
Hey.
Nope.
So-
I got a lot of notes here, people.
So Rizwin, as if you took a healing surge, but you didn't, I took it for you.
Oh, so I don't actually take a healing surge?
You don't
get
have
the
to take a
benefits.
healing surge. You just get your healing surge value in hit points. I took
Oh.
it for you. I am
Wait.
spending a healing surge for you to heal.
Why, thank you.
What a
I appreciate
guy.
that.
What a
I'm no longer
guy.
bloodied.
As I stand on the edge of a crevasse and am,
All right.
teetering.
So here's where things get very exciting. The turtle. Real
Slow.
exciting.
It's a
The
slow
turtle doesn't
turtle.
breathe fire, does it?
That is an interesting conjunction of sentences.
The turtle
Clauses,
is going to
anyway.
move forward with the rider on the back of it. The turtle is somewhat sleepy.
Is the rider asleep?
Not yet. He gets his turn before he falls
Okay,
asleep.
fine.
That's how Melek's magic works.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
get mad
right.
at
You're
me.
right. You're right.
The rider on top is whirling, like he's got like a net that he's whirling kind of like a lasso.
Annette? Oh,
A
no.
net.
Can the turtle go that far being slowed?
He
Yeah.
moved twice.
Oh,
He
it's a
moved
double
4
move
squares.
again. God.
I
Yeah.
thought Annette exploded into snakes.
She
How is this
did.
possible?
It's really weird.
He is going to throw this net at Enda and Rizwin. Well, Rizwin's already grabbed.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he can throw a net at Rizwin unless he also covers
Captures
the
the
brawler.
brawler.
Yeah, he's not going to do that.
I think that's a great idea. I think you should do that.
He's going to throw a spear at Acrid.
So he's just waving the net for flavor.
Yes,
Yep.
he's waving the net for flavor. I hope you're happy.
I am.
He gets Acrid with a spear. He's real excited to throw that net in the future. He does 10 damage to Acrid.
Ow.
And now here is the important thing.
What?
Monty, who do you want to roll to see if they? Oh, so the turtle is just slowed.
Yes.
So let's see if the turtle is still slowed. The turtle is not slowed. Let's see if the rider is slowed
Or sleep.
or asleep. Because so far I've succeeded on 3 out of 4 saving throws.
I noticed that.
Another success. He is not slowed. Very unlikely statistically.
I'm taking this daily power back to the shop.
Yes. All right. This is shaping up to be a harsh fight for Dragonforge and Associates. 3 brawny lizard scale brawlers. 1 lizard man riding a giant turtle, which is probably scarier than it sounds like. Imagine a turtle, but like really big. No, bigger than that. Really big. Do they have any chance of making it through this fight to fight the champion? What's the deal with that? Why do they have champions and chieftains? That seems like more levels of stratification than a lizard tribe really needs. For answers to questions such as these, listen to more Total Party Kill, because we're done. Bye.